Alright, gonna try talking. Will she wake up? Seems like she's being quiet, finally. Alright, hello everybody. Guess I'll probably start a section here for YouTube. Woo! Doing some robots. I've been really inspired by Emerson Tung, who's been doing a crap load of robot designs lately. Very inspiring. Alright, Fenrisk, hopefully from here on out, this is what will go up on YouTube, so you won't miss anything. Have a good night, man. Am I using the triangular brush? No, I'm not actually. I'm just using the I feel like it gives a nice sort of sketchy look. The issue with the triangular brush, it's actually, I do find it really nice, but it doesn't, I usually find it doesn't pick up the like light strokes very well. I have to push like medium to hard to get anything to show up. Now that I've said that though, maybe that's not bad. Long story short, it doesn't really matter what brush I'm using for the lines. Julius King, glad to have you drop by. See you next time. Oof. Almost 6 a.m. Yeah, no, I will not blame you for not hanging around at that point. Good night, Spain. Yeah, if it's 6 a.m., there are definitely probably more people, percentage-wise, there are almost certainly more people getting up at 6 a.m. than going to bed. So I think you have to say good morning. Since a lot of people ask, I'll probably do a poll or something next week as to how much people would want to see, say, finishing that piece, the mermaid thing from last week, compared to doing something new. I don't know what, I guess it's probably good to mix things up. I don't know what is more, like, interesting for people. Best place for a request, I mean, I don't really do requests, but in this case, probably posting on my Facebook, because that's where this will sort of go, or on YouTube. If I put this up on YouTube, comment on that video, I guess. But I will post about it next week, so... the most difficult part about drawing robots is not designing, well, I mean, I feel like it's not designing the robot, it's drawing the robot symmetrically. Scratch, doing good, thank you. Doing much better now that the dog has settled down. I will say that for sure. Milne Castles, do I ever get frustrated with my work? Do I have days where I just try and do something and it just doesn't work at all? Yes. Yep. Everyone has that. That never goes away. Everyone has tips. Again, that comes a little bit down to like, it's just a little bit like earlier. Like I sort of, I mean, I guess I probably should have tips because doing it professionally, like going into work and being like, right, whether I feel like doing it or not, I need to get stuff done today. And I will be the first to admit that there are days when I feel less like doing it, and maybe I'm a little slower doing certain things than others, but you just have to, like, that's your job, right? So you stop. I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't know how I get around it. Usually it's just try and do something else. Especially, like, it's easier, honestly, if you're not doing it professionally, because if you don't have a brief to work to, then you're not constricted to, like, oh crap, I need to draw this robot and I just can't draw a robot today. So if you're feeling like that, if you're like, shit, I started drawing robots and it's not coming out, just stop drawing, draw something else. Go do something else. Come back to it. Do something tangentially related. Do studies that are sort of related. I often find, like... Alright, no, this is a lie. I feel like it would be a good idea. It's not actually something I do a lot, but I know for a fact that it would be a good thing to do. One of the reasons that you get frustrated drawing stuff is probably because you don't actually have a good enough idea in your head about how whatever it is works. Especially if you're trying to, like, you're frustrated because something isn't, like, coming out correct. Not so much that, like, oh, this lighting isn't right, or oh, I couldn't get the fit. I mean, everything is a little bit like that, but, like, so just go and do studies of something, like, especially when it comes to, like, character design or creatures or whatever. a lot of the time it's like, oh yeah, I just draw a horse, and then I spend like 20 minutes being like, I don't, trying to like fucking around with something, like, you know what, I should just look up what a horse looks like, and then maybe I should just do a couple of studies, and then doing that you realize how much you're not, like, your idea of a, for example, horse is not actually, like, there are so many things that you wouldn't pick up. So yeah, if you're not constrained by a brief, that's definitely like, that's definitely a good way to go. Yeah, I feel like it's one of those sort of semi-trite things. It's like, people get a little frustrated when, like, if that's the advice, it's like, how do I get better? Do studies. It's like, yeah, but I do that. But honestly, people say that, that's like the answer because that is the answer a lot of the time. And obviously there are things, depending on what you need to work on. Knowing what exactly to study obviously is a big thing, but yeah, there's no getting around it. I'm really glad that the dog didn't wait for Monica to get home before she calmed down. Good. Alright, my wife just returned. I'm going to take a quick break, say hello, back in a couple of minutes.